Welcome to Patriots IAS Academy. If you are new to our channel, please subscribe. The first question is this. This motion requires the support of at least 2/3 of the members present and voting plus at least more than half of the total strength of the House. This statement is not applicable to which of the following? The statement 1 is removing the Speaker of Lok Sabha. Statement B, changing the procedure for appointing a person as the judge of High Court. Third statement is amending the Part 3 of the Constitution, and the fourth statement is removing the CAG. So which statement is correct? So we know that the last three statements motion requires at least 2/3 of the members present and voting plus 50% of total membership of the House is a motion requiring special majority. So last three statements, that is changing the procedure for appointing a person as the judge of a High Court, amending the Part 3 of the Constitution, and removing the CAG, requires special majority. This motion requires at least 2/3 of the members present and voting. So the statement 1, removing the Speaker of Lok Sabha, only requires a effective majority. The resolution for the removal of the Speaker must be passed with effective majority, more than 50% of the effective strength of the House. So the correct answer, that which not requiring, is A. Statement A is the correct answer. Second question. A bill passed in the Lok Sabha gets rejected in the Rajya Sabha. Then statement 1 is it is deemed to be passed if it is a money bill. The second statement is it will lapse if it is an ordinary bill. The statement President can convene a joint sitting if it is neither a money bill nor a constitutional amendment bill. See, look at the first statement. It is deemed to be passed if it is a money bill in the Rajya Sabha. The statement 1 is correct. A money bill, Article 110, can only be introduced in the Lok Sabha. Rajya Sabha cannot reject or amend a money bill. It can only give recommendations. Right. So, a bill passed in the Lok Sabha gets rejected in the Rajya Sabha, then it is deemed to be passed if it is a money bill. So the statement 1 is correct. If it is lapse, if it an ordinary bill, see, if it an ordinary bill, we have the other option is joint sitting of the both the houses to break the deadlock in the case of an ordinary bill. So second statement is incorrect. Third statement, President can convene a joint sitting if it is neither a money bill nor a constitutional amendment bill. The statement is correct, right? So the option C is correct. Both 1 and 3 are correct. Next question. Which of the following parliamentary devices are not permitted in the Rajya Sabha? Statement 1 is adjournment motion, 2 censure motion, C non-confidence motion. So we know that as per the rules of procedures and conduct of business in the Council of States, that is Rajya Sabha, does not have the procedure for removing an adjournment motion, censure motion or non-confidence motion against the government. So the answer of third question is D. Not permitted. Which among the following parliament device not permitted in the Rajya Sabha? These three motions are not permitted in the Rajya Sabha. Fourth question. With reference to parliamentary privileges, consider the following statements. Statement 1 is, it is clearly codified under the Constitution of India. Second statement is, it can be invoked to restrict fundamental right to freedom of expression of the general public. See, Parliament till now has not made any special law to exhaustively codify all the privileges. Right. The statement 1 is, it is said that it is clearly codified under the Constitution of India, but it is not like that. The Parliament privileges are based on the 5 sources, namely constitutional provisions, various laws made by the Parliament, rules of both the houses, parliamentary convention, and the judicial interpretations. Right. So statement 1 is wrong. The second statement is this, it can be invoked to restrict fundamental right to freedom of expression of the general public. See, the collective privileges of Parliament include the right to publish its report, debates and proceedings, and also the right to prohibit others from the publishing the same. Right. So it can be invoked to restrict fundamental right to freedom of expression of the general public. Statement 2 is correct. So the correct option is B, too early. The last question is, which of the following is credited to the Consolidated Fund of India? Land tax, corporate tax, and last Provident Fund. See, the land tax revenue is levied, collected and retained by the state. Right, retained by the state. And it goes to the Consolidated Fund of State. Okay. The Provident Fund belongs to the public account of India. So the corporate tax only credited to the Consolidated Fund of India. So the answer for the last question is B, too early. Thanks for watching. If you like our video, please subscribe and share the video with your friends. Thanks for watching.